Okay, I'm back with part 2, and this is just a picture of the firewood that we had delivered the night before, and we were able to burn a fire the next day because, as you've seen on that little screenshot of the weather, we had our first snowflakes. So I like that I'm able to add like some text to the picture on that Stitch app, and so I just put first snowflakes. And anyways, I'm just going to ink up all the edges here, and I'm going to use that little Project Life journaling card. It's just like a graph paper. I'm going to turn it on its side and end up layering the photo over the wording on the one side. So it gives me some place to just journal a little bit. And then I'm going to adhere that photo down. And let's see here. Anyways, so yeah, and then I wish I would have printed that picture out a tiny bit smaller so that it wouldn't take up so much space on the other photo. But I'm going to trim off some of the white edges here and try to trim it down a tiny bit so it looks, you know, doesn't stick out as much. So it didn't help a lot, but a little. So I trimmed that down a little bit, and I'm going to lay that over top of the other photo slightly on an angle. And let's see here. So yeah, just gonna lay that down. I'm gonna fool with it for a second here because of course I'm not gonna get it right the first time. And that little piece of ephemera is from, I think, Simple Stories. It's pumpkin and spice, and so I'm gonna layer that on top there. Since the weather did get cooler, it is definitely sweater weather. Try saying that a few times. So, and of course you can see I didn't get it just the way I wanted, so I'm gonna take it up again and lay it down. And I think I get it here, but I don't remember adding any enamel dots or anything to this one, so should be calling it done here. Wow. So I spent a lot of time rearranging things, but anyways, there, I think it's done. I'm gonna look to see if I'm gonna put any enamel dots on, and I decided that no, I'm just gonna call it done. So I'm moving on to the next one, which is a picture of Brady out in my neighbor's front yard. I don't decorate for Halloween, but my two neighbors do, and she always has like these ghosts and the little graveyard looking scenes. So when I had this little corner of this paper pad here, I thought it was just perfect with the little headstones. So I put some lines there on the side to do some journaling with a pencil so I could erase them later. And I'm just going to adhere Brady's picture down there. He's not as afraid of the decorations as he used to be. She used to have something that made noise, but she didn't put that out this year, so he was a little bit not as leery of it this year. So I'm going to put this piece of ephemera up in the upper corner here, and let's see, yeah, and that little ticket, that's just from one of the 6x6 paper pads. I fussy cut that out, so I'm going to lay that down, and then we're going to end up flipping that over and trimming off the edge because I can't really see exactly where to put that ticket at the top. So here I'm going to trim that off, and then that'll give me my placement a little bit better. And I think I end up using my corner rounder again just to clean up that edge and have to re-ink it. But, excuse me. So yeah, so I'm going to put that ticket there. I'm going to use my tiny attacher and staple that in place. And then I think that little vellum type bat, I'm going to use my fine line bottle and apply some glue. And then just adhere that in the upper left-hand corner. And I think that I actually dig out the enamel dots too for this one. So sometimes that bottle gets clogged up a little bit, even though it's got that needle that goes down in there. But so I use my tweezers, and love my tweezers. It makes it so much easier to, you know, place things down. So I think I put a couple enamel dots here, and after that this card will be called done once I decide exactly where to place these. So it's like no card is complete without some enamel dots, I guess. But yeah, so I think I'm going to end up putting them both here at the top in the long run and calling it done. So here in just a second, hopefully. So and that'll be it for that card. And then I'm going to move on to the next one here, which is the screenshot of the weather, which is the 1st of October. I told you I like to try to take the shot so that I can keep track of what the weather is and know that eventually it will get nice again. We're going through a little bit of an Indian summer here right now. It's November 2nd, and it's going to be mid to upper 70s for most of this week. So I live in Northeast Ohio, so it's great. And I'm going to lay that little piece of chipboard there. It says fall is here right on top, and this card's going to be done. I'm going to make it really simple. Not going to put much into that one. And that's the overview of the page real quick of all the cards. And you know, I think right here at the end, I'm also going to show you the insert that I did. And yeah, there's the pumpkin farm. And my kids, they carved pumpkins. My oldest son and his girlfriend, they did them at her mom's house. And then Jordan and Maddie, they carved at our house. And there was Brady helping them. So he'd like to lick the inside of the pumpkins. But yeah, so that's just a quick overview of them carving pumpkins. And then on the back side, my youngest son and his girlfriend went downtown on Halloween night. We live in a college town, so lots of bars, lots of partying, lots of people. So they dressed up as cowboy and Indian, and his journaling card, and a close-up of them, and then another shot at the bottom. My oldest son and his girlfriend didn't dress up, so I unfortunately have no pictures of them. But once again, there's an overview of the whole thing, and then when I close it, it just kind of combines the ones right on top. It looks really nice together, I think. I'm really happy with it. So I'm just looking forward to moving on. I got my September page done, which you can see a little bit on the left-hand side. I didn't do any process video of that, but I will have to share it with you when I do a little flip through. So I'm looking forward to working on my December daily. I already got some of that going. Got quite a few pages done, just hoping to be able to pop the pictures in and put some embellishments on it and call it done. So have a good day, guys.